friends, welcome to the platform of Darshanik. This is Akshay Kadam. So guys, today on this platform of Darshanik, we are going to discuss UPSC CSE Mains 2024 exams ethics paper. So I am going to give you my analysis of the this ethics paper, interpretation of the ethics paper, and what important insights that you are getting from this year's paper, and how you should be then planning next year's preparation, what precautions you should take, or with what strategy you should prepare for next year's paper, that I am going to discuss with you. And so guys, there are few very clear-cut insights that I will share with you, and along with that I will be discussing section A questions, okay, and what was expected from those questions, interpretation of those questions, and I will just have a brief short discussion of every question, that what it was expected for you to write. Okay, later on my app classes, where I have launched my comprehensive ethics course, comprehensive essay course. Okay, a link of my app is given below in the description. I will upload, okay, a detailed discussion of each and every question. Okay, how I will frame introduction, main body, conclusion, what all points I will write. Okay, and same way with the case studies. Okay, that I will upload on my app classes later on. Okay, and also on YouTube some sample questions I will upload for your help, for your understanding. But in this class I will discuss these insights, and in general what was the interpretation of the question, and what important points you should be writing in those questions, that I will discuss with you. So this ethics paper analysis, guys, then first point or first analysis that everyone might have got, that compared to all previous year papers, okay, 2024 ka ethics paper was quite difficult. Difficulty level was high. Case studies were at least manageable, but section A questions, okay, till now it used to be reverse way. Section A used to be easy, section B used to be difficult case studies, but in this year's paper, section A was quite difficult. So first of all, guys, those students who take ethics paper lightly, essay paper lightly, okay, be careful. These are very scoring papers. Essay, ethics optional, scoring 140 150 is possible, but just you take it lightly and approach the paper, it will not give you mark. And especially paper comes like 2024 ka, it will be very difficult to score good, score high, if you are not well read person in ethics, okay, and you don't have the proper understanding of this ethical terminologies, their application, etc. Then guys, second point was very important about this paper's insight, this year paper's insight, was applied perspective to modern issues. Generally guys, in my app classes I tell that you have to study ethics conceptually, but at the same time you have to understand all ethical concepts, ethical thinkers, their comparison, but at the same time you need to have very good applied understanding. And that's why all these thinkers ideas, okay, I discuss with lot of examples. Okay, because Buddha's idea, Mahavira's idea, Kant, Bentham, these people were there 200 years back, 2000 years back. And modern issues, okay, what UPSC expect in governance is that you should be able to apply their complex ideas to day-to-day problem, to the modern issues. And most of the questions, guys, they asked in this year's exam were from modern perspective. Okay, and that's why how you will handle social, environmental responsibility, etc. Yeah, there are defense industries who keep on wars going, then ethical issues involved in those issues. Okay, and even in quotes they have clearly mentioned that what this quote means to you in present context. Exclusively in most of the question they have added word, okay, explain with suitable example, or explain within the modern context, okay, or give examples from modern times. So clearly in section A, most of the questions may, okay, they want you to answer this question from current perspective, from applied perspective. And that's why guys, just reading ethics is not enough. You need to have very good applied understanding, and that's what I always do in my app classes. I give a hell lot of examples. And recently I have started my mentorship program, and on that mentorship program, okay, daily whatever current affair, okay, important pointers I think UPSC will ask question on, I share with students. Mains question I share with the students, and recently I have shared some mains questions for ethics. Okay, one question few days back I have shared was, is it ethical to weaponize the objects used by the civilian for civilian purposes, the way Israel did when it created pager bombs? Okay, so this way you have to study ethics from modern perspective. Few days back I have given those mentoring students another question, that this biological entities that are getting created, new entities like AI robots, okay, or artificial meat, or stem cell research, may we develop embryos for research purpose, destroy them, okay, or we are creating new hybrid species by crossbreeding animals, etc. Then with respect to them, when we discuss ethics, okay, how like ethical issues, okay, are that on what grounds, okay, we need to discuss, okay, these new biological modern entities. So this is how, guys, ground of moral status that we need to follow. So this way most of the question, guys, you have to study from modern perspective. Then one question I gave students, that on artificial meat, that will artificial meat will end the debate, okay, ethical debate regarding eating being vegetarian and non-vegetarian, okay, because when there is no killing of a life, okay, then what will be the ethical moral debates in that issue. So this is very important, guys, that whatever you are reading in ethics, you should be able to apply to day-to-day life, to the governance issue, to the modern issues that society is facing. Okay, and this year, guys, they even asked one question which I have discussed with my students in essay classes regarding AI, okay, ethics in AI. And in my essay classes, I discussed with student one technology based essay topic theme, in which I have discussed AI and ethics. Okay, and when I will discuss this question with you, I will share the answer to that. So there I have discussed all these points, that how to integrate AI in ethics in AI. Can we able to integrate ethics in AI? Yeah, AI divide of ethics, what problems it will create. Entire question was on that. Okay, and that's why this very important insight, guys. Don't just read ethics. There are many books, okay, in the market that students use, and they have given such a complex ideas which are absolutely of no use for UPSC. And whatever ideas you have given, if you don't convey those to the students from applied perspective, it's of no use. So applied understanding is very important. Then, guys, reading versus understanding ethics. Okay, this year's subject clearly shows the kind of quotes they have asked in questions, that just reading about ethics is not important. You have to understand ethics. You have to get proper sense of what these ethical thinkers are saying, how one ethical thinker is different from other thinkers. When you read the line, you should be able to link it, okay, with the very high level philosophical thoughts. The kind of quote they gave on Vivekanand, okay, that listen to other people, absorb what you need, but don't let it change yourself. When I read that quote, first thing that came to my mind, that I teach with the students in ethics class, is Tagore's concept of rooted cosmopolitan. That your personality should be very strongly rooted in your culture, but you should have cosmopolitan, international outlook. You should be the citizen who in Rome is like Romans. So you should be able to study world, listen to the world, different ideas, cultural viewpoints, etc. What is good in them, you should absorb it, while not letting your core personal identity go. So though thought was of Vivekanand, but I linked it with the Tagore, okay, and I will use Tagore's these ideas to explain that quote. So that's what, okay, this understanding is very, very important. And then, guys, one more important point, that mistake of making it a polity economy ecology paper. Okay, and also about reading and understanding, guys, one more issue that I want to discuss with you, that there are so many books in the market, okay, are available. Many even bureaucrats who are already in service are bringing a lot of books. Many have already brought many books of ethics in the market. But, guys, point is, what you read is not important. This paper clearly shows what you understand and how much you can apply. This is more a game. Okay, notes you will get anywhere, content you will get anywhere. Okay, on Google, ChatGPT, everywhere. Okay, and that's why first choose the book properly. Okay, it should give you very good applied understanding. It should be able to give you very clear-cut conceptual understanding. That should be your focus, not just reading, okay, of the ethics. So remember that. And, guys, in the description I have given my app link where my comprehensive ethics courses are available, and even my ethics notes are available there. So you can check out that from the link in the given in the description. And the last very important point, guys, few questions in section A, okay, where like questions on ecology environment, like how you will achieve balance between social and environmental responsibility. Some questions were very much with the polity economics ke tinge, and most of the students will think, oh, paper was very easy, and they will write answer ending up or making ethics paper, paper of polity, paper of ecology environment, paper of economics. See guys, there was one question on social and environmental balance. Now they could have asked this question in GS paper 3 ecology environment. Why they asked this question in ethics paper? So if they have asked you question from ethics paper perspective, then your answer should stick to the ethical issues. But most of the students are going to write all ecology environmental solutions to those issues. Okay, you can write those answer, okay, those solutions in the end, but initial answer pointers in your answers should be strictly, you should be sticking on to ethical issues. Okay, so when I will discuss that question, I will explain that to you. And so guys, many students will think, okay, paper was quite easy, I have written lot of pointers. Okay, but if you have made ethics paper, a polity paper, economics paper or ecology environment ka paper, okay, then you are not going to get the good marks. You have to keep this is ethics paper, then your content should largely be ethics. Yes, you should write multidimensional answers, okay, but not at the cost of ethical debates or ethical issues. Okay, and these 4 are the major insights that I wanted to share with you from my analysis of this year ethics paper. Okay, now to explain this in more detail, what I mean by this point, I will discuss the questions and what I will write in those answer, how I will interpret that. This I will discuss in short, but later on I will upload some detailed videos on each and every question, 20-30 minutes ke, how I will answer that question in depth. Okay, and a few I will upload on YouTube, but mostly remaining ones will be on my app classes. So let's discuss the next question, the questions one by one. So guys, there were 6 questions in section A. Okay, so in question 1, sub question A, now this was I told you was from modern science perspective, ethical debate. Question was application of AI as a dependable source of input for administrative rational decision making is a debatable issue. Critically examine the statement from ethical point of view. Okay, so application of AI as a dependable source of input for administrative rational decision making is a problematic, like debatable issue. So first guys, you should be introducing your question with this, that how in governance everywhere we are largely using the AI, okay, in decision making, etc. And then question says that critically examine, so you have to write from both the sides whenever question is examination, okay, critical examination. And so that whether AI using AI will be good option or not, will it be useful or not. So obviously guys, you have to support the use of AI, because AI is going to make a much higher level decision making for us. Okay, the trends that we can't interpret, see, AI will be able to show us. AI will be able to predict some future possibilities for us. AI can do this risk analysis, SWOT analysis, everything for us. Okay, that you can write in one para, but then core answer, okay, what can be the dangers, why it is a debatable. Okay, so first of all guys, AI bias and fairness that you should be debating about in this question. That in AI, okay, there AI works on data and data analytical operation, etc. So if there is a bias in the data that we are feeding to the AI, the decision that AI will give you will be the biased ones. So if we give AI, okay, database of all criminals in India, okay, then AI will pass, okay, those who are in jail, okay, AI will pass a judgment that poor people are more criminally oriented than the rich people. But I told you, okay, there is lot of socio-political issues involved, okay, in this issue, that why more poor people are in jail. The way our justice system, policing and organizing structures work for the rich, work for the poor. And so AI works on data. If there is a bias in data, there will be, okay, problem with interpretation, etc. And it will give rise to question of fairness. So your answer should stick to the ethical debate, moral debate. That you need to keep in mind. Don't make your paper polity, economics paper. Then secondly guys, AI rationality, that AI will be extremely rational, extremely objective, impartial, neutral also in the decision making. It will do very perfect cost benefit analysis. But the problem with AI is that, okay, how to code ethical parameters in algorithm. Along with rationality, how can we make AI more ethical? Okay, you can take decisions, financial, other ones, by using AI, and they will be much better one. But when we are dealing with the polity, society, humanity, okay, when we have to deal with the people, the weaker section, etc., then lot of decision making in governance, okay, happens on those parameters that you need to mention. Then guys, no real-time decision making. AI won't be able to give you real-time decision making. If you have well compiled past data without any bias, rational data, AI will give you much better rational decisions. Okay, but guys, if there is AI won't be able to give you, okay, real-time decision making in governance to deal with issues like disaster management, etc. And then AI efficiency versus empathy. AI will be extremely rational, and that's why AI will be extremely economical. AI decision will be extremely economical, extremely efficient. But what is the goal in governance? Achieving efficiency or achieving the welfare of the public, okay, being compassionate towards the weaker section, etc. Okay, or so empathetic governance is a core, okay, of a welfare bureaucracy, welfare governance. So that will be the issue, that if you overly rely on AI, okay, then there will be issue of empathy. And I will give you a lot of such examples how AI will then create problems in decision making when I will discuss this question separately. As of now, I am just giving you the core points that you need to or you should have debated, okay, to get good marks. And then to deal with this issue, okay, AI, how much transparent AI, that is also important issue. Government is taking some decision using AI platforms and feeding them the data, but whatever decision they are passing you, government is taking and governing, okay, our citizen have access to that information. So how much AI is transparent? If more AI is more transparent, okay, people trust AI, okay, then, or even bureaucracy getting the result from the AI, implementing those results, but does bureaucracy themselves trust the decision given by the AI? Okay, so how much AI is transparent? And for that, there is new term in AI, what we call explainable AI. That these are the new kind of AIs who not only pass the decision for you, okay, who explain the parameters on which they have taken the decision. So if we integrate more explainable AI in governance decision making, then automatically public will know on what parameter government took decision. It was not just a robust decision, but a well thought decision. Then government will be able to explain the parameters to the citizen, and that will lead to much better decision making. So both the sides say you have to analyze advantages of AI in decision making, problems, especially ethical one. Don't discuss that there will be less digital penetration in India, digital literacy issue, databases are not proper. All this, don't make it science and tech answer. Okay, stick to ethical issue like empathy, transparency, coding ethics in AI. AI bias will lead to lack of fairness, lack of justice. Okay, and this is very important, that insight that I wanted to give you. Keep ethics paper. Okay, then next question, okay, and paper was quite lengthy also. Statement, even section A they have asked very lengthy question, and even case studies were very lengthy one. Okay, so question 1B, ethics encompasses several key dimensions that are crucial in guiding individual and organization towards morally responsible behavior. So ethics guides us to make more morally responsible decision as an individual at an organization level. Explain the key dimensions of ethics that influence human actions. Okay, explain key dimensions of ethics that influence human action. First question. And there is another. Discuss how these dimensions shape ethical decision making in professional context. Okay, so what are the key dimensions of ethics on which generally decision is taken at our organizational level, and how this dimension help us make a more ethical decision making. So question though asked they have very twisted manner. Okay, in my app classes I have discussed with the students one topic of our syllabus, that is corporate governance. And in corporate governance, guys, there were a lot of parameters I have discussed. Okay, the key parameters which you have to consider while taking decisions in or while running your organization with ethics. Okay, and once you have these principles, then how it will benefit organization, how it will lead to a more ethical organization. Okay, so both this topic was very thoroughly discussed. You just have to write this answer as it is. So first question of that is, explain the key dimension of ethics that influence human actions. Okay, so which are the core dimensions of ethics that guide us? So we should be like in our actions as an individual, or in our actions at a organization's owner, managing director, etc. What you need to focus on is justice. Okay, you need to be just, okay, in every decision that your organization takes. You need to be fair. Okay, then your organization should be equal opportunity employer. Okay, now all these concepts I have explained, okay, in my app classes. I won't be able to explain them here in detail, but you should be equal opportunity employer, treating everyone with equality. Okay, creating level playing field in hiring, firing, etc. All decisions should be based on organizational justice. Then you need to be utilitarian versus Kantian. Okay, this is also key dimension. Okay, I have discussed a lot of case studies that how one decision is correct as per utilitarian while same decision is wrong as per Kantian ethics, and one should try to be more Kantian in decision making. And being more Kantian in decision making means while running business you can't just think of cost benefit analysis that utility theory advocated. You need to think about the intention, will. You need to think about right parameters. You need to take action out of goodwill. You need to respect your labor's dignity, autonomy. You can't just say I'm paying him more salary, then he should keep working. Okay, doesn't matter that 12 hours or 10 hours, I'm giving him extra money. That is utilitarian logic. He is working extra, I'm paying extra. But are you giving due credit to the employees' health, employees' safety, their dignity, their work-life balance? Okay, that means being Kantian. So utilitarian Kantian decision making, and also while running organization or as an individual, one of the key dimension of ethics is how your actions impact the society, social responsibility, and how my actions impact the environment, environmental responsibility. Okay, these few, now there are two sub questions. Okay, so you just mention these key dimensions parameters, don't go on explaining them. Okay, so explain the key dimensions of ethics that influence human actions. Now question is, discuss how this dimension means if you have this in your organization, how it will improve your organization's performance. So how this dimension shape ethical decision making in the professional context. Professional context means in your organization. Okay, as an employee or as an owner, how it will improve your decision making. So obviously if you take decision with fairness, justice, you treat every employee equal, hiring, firing with no biases, means then that will lead to proper code of ethics in your organization. There will be proper code of conduct in your organization. Your organization will take all decision with strategy. So there will be strategic decision making. Your organization will try to be more and more socially responsible, that is corporate social responsibility. Your organization will think about the third party ethics. Okay, your organization while running will act as a good responsible corporate citizen. Okay, whatever one citizen does the duty, your organization will be like that corporate doing all their duties. So how it will improve? That it will improve your moral course in turbulent times. It will lead to strategic decision making. It will lead to code of ethics and code of conduct in your organization. Your organization will be more CSR oriented. It will try to achieve triple bottom line, that is economic responsibility, social responsibility, environmental responsibility. And this is how this dimension will shape the future, making your organization more sustainable in long term, like Tata's. Okay, the way Tata's are running for last 150 years, maintaining moral course even in turbulent times, taking all decision on ethical moral parameters, or aaj bhi they are sustaining, not like Vijay Mallya, Nirav Modi came 10-20 years back and disappeared from the market. Okay, so this is just basic overview. Okay, in detail I won't be able to discuss as I said now, but separately these videos will come on all of these questions where I will discuss this parameter in detail. Okay, I already uploaded a lot of such a question and their answers on my app, so do check out there. Then question second, okay, sub question A. Again, very lengthy question, but questions were only lengthy if you understand the crux, interpret it properly. Questions were very easy that way. And then next thing is not just interpretation, you should have right content to write. I told you don't make it polity economy paper, and even in ethics write very good quality answers. Definitely you will be able to get very huge margin in this. So it is not enough to talk about peace, one must believe in it. One must act upon it. Okay, so one must believe in peace, one must act upon it in the present context. Again, question is present context. So many times they have used the word in section A, in present context, and it is a major weapon industry of the developed nations are adversely influencing continuation of number of wars for their own self-interest all around the world. So especially America का जो industrial complex है, this weapon or military industrial complex, and they are making so much of money out of Ukraine-Russia war, and so mostly it is said that these complexes actually instigate the wars. Okay, don't let the peace talks happen, and because of that, guys, all around the world these issues are happening. What are the ethical considerations of the powerful nations in today's international arena to stop continuation of ongoing conflicts? So unwantedly they have written such a big question. They simply should have asked, okay, to reduce the wars, okay, what steps that international global arena should take, especially you have to debate more ethical steps. Okay, so in this answer, guys, like few more pointers because it's a very easy question. Okay, first, ethical responsibility of all the countries, all the nations, okay, is like what Gandhi said. You can start your answer with that quote. There is no way to the peace. Peace is the way. Okay. Then secondly, guys, every nation should have very high utmost regard, okay, for human rights. And any issue, okay, whatever border conflicts, whatever it is there, okay, they should not get resolved at the cost of human rights. Okay, then diplomacy should always be the first solution in ethical decision making. Never the wars, never the talks. Ukraine Russia के matter में there were hardly any diplomatic talks happen. Okay, and then global platforms, okay, they need to be more inclusive, okay, so that their decision will have more moral weight to stop this. Okay, and we should be, okay, first of all, contracting, privatizing. Yes, privatization is good. We can build bridges, we can build airports, etc. But all countries across the world need to rethink about privatization of the defense industry, okay, and how this defense industry nexus is working. And to control that, okay, we need governance or government organization need to be more responsible, and we also need to check the funding issues. Okay, whether these military industrial complexes are funding, okay, any political party, political elections, are they lobbying this or not? And more important than that, guys, these things will go on happening. Military industrial complexes will be there, they will work for their interest. What is more important is the duty of a civil society groups across the world to unite, okay, and fight or protest against this organized violence committed by the nation states. Okay, and this is how some points, the crucial ones, important ones that you need to debate. So it was a bit easy question. I will not spend more time on that. Then question 2, section B. Global warming and climate change are outcomes of human greed in the name of development, indicating the direction in which extinction of organisms, including human beings, is heading towards the loss of life on Earth. Okay, so simply they are saying global warming is leading to loss of life on Earth. Even humans are facing extinction because of floods, cyclones. Many human beings are also dying, and not only flora fauna is dying, we are also dying. But this is our creation, humans creation, which other flora fauna is also paying cost for. So global warming and climate change are outcomes of human greed in the name of development, indicating the direction in which extinction of organisms, including human beings, is heading towards loss of life on Earth. Core question is, how do you put an end to this, okay, this extinction that we are causing, and protect the life by putting into this and bring equilibrium between society and environment. Now here, guys, how to bring equilibrium between society and environment? Most of the students going to make it ecology environment ka answer, going to write about sustainable development, this and that. Yes, you can write that. Okay, they are going to write about renewable energy. We should be having renewable energy. We should be having, okay, less use of coal, oil, etc., etc. Yeah, this is question they haven't asked in GS3 paper. They have asked question in GS4, then make your answer GS4. You can write sustainable development, modern technology, renewable energy in the end in one line. But initial say 5-6 points, you should be focusing on ethical solutions. Okay, how to write that? I will give you some points. But guys, in this question, your introduction, okay, they have asked such a lengthy question. Why? So they are in introduction. You should take help of this first few lines, which are literally irrelevant. They could have started this question. Today, okay, there is a lot of loss of flora fauna is happening because of global warming. Suggest some solution. Question they could have asked very short one. Why they have asked such a lengthy question? Then take a hint that they are hinting towards the extinction. So are we experiencing extinction? Yes. Okay. Scientifically, we have declared that world has experienced 5 mass extinction, and what we are going now for last 100 years, okay, is the 6th mass extinction. And for previous extinction, reasons were asteroid collided, etc. But for 6th mass extinction, reason is human activity. Okay, here it's a human created extinction. So scientifically it has been accepted. Start your intro with that line. Okay, that world is today experiencing sixth mass extinction, and the reason behind that is the human activity and the way humans are exploiting the earth. Okay, and the resultant pollution and the collaterals that we are leaving behind, resulting in very rapid destruction of the flora fauna, and that's why it is called the sixth man-made extinction. You introduce, yes, this is the issue, I agree. Then go. Then steps to directly subheading, steps to deal with the, then you can add second subheading, steps to deal with the equilibrium or bring equilibrium. And then guys, again, okay, how to bring equilibrium, then talk about ethics parameter first. So equitable economic models. You need to have very equitable economic models. Now what I mean by equitable economic models, where in your economic models you create equity, fairness. Not only you include all the people, okay, of your country, tribals, etc. But in those equitable economic models, you also inculcate, okay, what do you call it, other animal flora fauna. We create a living space even for them in our economics. See, 2 years back or 4 years back, UPSC asked one in mains essay paper one question, okay, that forests are the best case studies, okay, for economic excellence. Okay, so forests are the best case studies for economic excellence. That core of that essay was what we can learn from the forest to improve our economic excellence. Okay, how we can, what lessons we can learn from forest to make our economy more better. Okay, detailed discussion of that essay I have uploaded on my app class. But point is how forest work, guys. So one point in that essay I will write 70-80 words is that when forests grow, they just don't grow for their own selfish interest. They create world, okay, for other flora fauna, plants, other animals to live, okay, in harmony with them. So in our economics, are we creating these spaces for flora and fauna? Everywhere we are crowding out animals, okay, destroying their habitats. So rather we need to create this equitable economic model where we make more space for those animals. Okay, and in my app classes, guys, I give my predictions of essay topics, that what I think UPSC will ask, and there I have given one essay topic. Okay, that was that we are not the only species on this planet. Okay, this I think is a very good topic that UPSC might ask essay on. Okay, or you should try writing essay on, that the way humans are living as if we are the only species on this planet. No, okay, we are just one of the species, but the way we are ruling the world, that as if we are on top of food web, okay, treating all flora fauna in exclusionary way, that kind of mentality we need to change. And that's what my first point will be. We need to create economic models which are equitable, where other flora fauna is also well integrated into our economic system. Then green GDP, this is also very important. Okay, that in our GDP calculations we need to focus on green GDP. Okay, again in my essay classes I have discussed economic based essay where I discussed the disadvantages of GDP, 11-12 philosophical problems with the GDP, okay, social problem with the GDP I have discussed. And in our GDP calculation we don't take into account negative externality on society, negative externality on environment. And when we take into account this negative externality into environment and how environment adds up to our GDP, that's what we call green GDP. Okay, then we need to focus more on CSR, which I told you. CSR talks about triple bottom line approach. Okay, business responsibility, social responsibility, environmental responsibility. So more and more companies do CSR, integrate and spend their money on environment, we will be able to create better world for other animals, species. Then environmental justice, that we need to integrate in our decision making. Okay, we just can't talk about while taking any decision, okay, from humans perspective, creating growth for humans, creating development for humans. Okay, we also should take it into account, okay, ecological significance of that any entity that we are destroying, and in our decision making environmental justice should be one strong parameter. Then ethical resource use, yes, obviously we can't live without material resources. We should exploit material resources, okay, but that exploitation should not be exploitation, it should be use. Okay, and there we need to use it in more sustainable manner. So we need to teach our youngsters from a childhood how they can use these environmental resources, okay, in a sustainable way. Take only that from the environment that we can you can add on to, okay, not from the only exploit nature to an level, okay, use nature to an level where nature can reproduce okay, and regenerate itself, not more than that. Okay, and what Gandhi said 100 years back, that cities, okay, only exploit. People in the cities only consume oxygen. They don't add to oxygen. They use water. They don't work to recharge the water tables. And that's what, there shouldn't be one-sided consumption, or consumption should be ethically, morally regulated. So even this is the ecology environment question, your answer should be ethical if you want to pass the exam. Okay, remember, or get good marks. And then individual responsibility to reduce ecological footprint. And every individual should consider his own ecological footprint. Individual moral responsibility. You should not use unwantedly bikes, cars. Wherever possible, use cycles, go on foot. Okay, wherever possible, clothes, use them as long as you can. Okay, instead of buying new one, don't be extremely materialistic consumerist. Okay, and so on. And after discussing these 4-5 points, then I will write all these science and tech and ecological points, that there should be sustainable development. Okay, there should be renewable energy resources. We should be using modern, less polluting technologies, etc. All this I will write in one pointer. Okay, and this is why, guys, ethics paper matter. You need to study well, separately, sincerely. And people, that's what mistake they do. And they think, okay, ethics paper was very easy, I have written very good answer, and they get 70-80 marks. Okay, while others score 140, 150. Okay, and that's what it totally destroys, okay, your main ka result. And that's why ethics paper, keep it ethics ka. So guys, next question number 3 had 3 quotes. Okay, given below are quotations of great thinkers. What do each of these quotations convey to you in the present context? Okay, so here, guys, question A, B, C, 3 quotes they have given. So again, in this quotes, guys, the word is very important. You should not be missing it out. Generally, they used to say ki, what does it means to you, in your opinion, explain, etc. But now they clearly said what they mean to you in present context. So not just you have to give in half answer, okay, your interpretation or understanding of the quote. Okay, and later on you have to link it with the present context. And guys, while giving your interpretation, you have to write, okay, this answer at a very qualitatively higher level. Like your language should be very ethically loaded, value loaded. Then you will be able to convey the deep meaning of the quote in one small para, and then you can give some example to relate it with the present context. So see the question: learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in and in your own way absorb it. Do not become others. Okay, so this quote, what it simply means, that one should listen to others, and if one has to listen to others, okay, then first thing, that what you need, who will be able to listen to other. Then in my ethics classes, I have discussed this thing in a very detail with you, that one should have the extreme humility. Okay, one who has a humility will only listen to others. Who are arrogant will never. And so that's what Socrates' ka great quote, that I know nothing. Okay, after reading or learning so much, such a well-read person had a humility, and only when you believe that I know nothing, you will learn others' viewpoint. You will try to grow your knowledge. So first you need humility. So first you have to talk, learn everything that is good. And who will be able to learn? One who has humility. Has a humility, then what's advantage? It will lead to personal growth, okay, progress in your life, and then learn good from others, but bring it in. So learn it and bring it in. Bring it means after learning something that is important, something is good, they have something better to offer, something you can learn from their experiences, absorb it, bring it in your own way and absorb it. Okay, so that part. So who will be able to do that? Who will have very flexible personality, dynamic personality, who are ready to change, adopt, evolve. They will be able to absorb those ideas, change themselves, but while doing so, change incrementally and do not become others. Do not let your core, okay, change. Stick to your personal identity, okay, root identity. And who will stick to that personal identity? I told you this thought of Tagore, a very heavy thought that he gave, that is cosmopolitan outlook. Okay, person who is rooted cosmopolitan, who is very strongly rooted in his culture. So Tagore was a very internationalist humanism idea that he gave. That Tagore had such a well-read person, traveled the world, got Nobel then. Okay, but he was very proud about his own identity, roots, cultures. and everything. So that is what rooted cosmopolitan you should be. So do not become others, learn from them, but keep and stick to your own identity. And that's what the great aspect of Indian civilization, guys. So many invasions happened, yeah, so many people kept on coming, okay, integrated in India, but India after 4,000-5,000 years still maintained its unique identity, okay, its own originality. And that's what you should have, okay. You should be strongly rooted in your culture, ideas, etc. You shouldn't be losing out something that is good about you. So humility and resultant personal growth you need to debate on. Rooted cosmopolitan concept you should debate. Then openness to ideas but not blind conformity, okay, that you should have open mind to ideas, but just someone is saying something, you shouldn't be blindly absorbing it. You should be having like rational mindset to filter out what is good, what is bad, and what is good, let that come in. Absorb, adopt, evolve, okay, and then, okay, but don't change yourself, stay rooted in your own identity, don't give up on personal identity. So you explain that quote with very good thoughts, first 50, 60, 70 words may, then don't forget present context, okay. Here I have given you 3-4 examples, okay, but you can use any one and explain. So in globalization we are getting exposed to different cultural norms, food habits, everything, but burgers and pizzas are bad, then why absorb them, okay. Once a week we can eat it, but then don't give up on your own core identity. Same with digital world, we get exposed to so much of wrong information, okay. Then it's not that we should blindly ignore and don't use social media, read it. Anyone is advocating anything, okay, who is the person, what is identity, is he has authority, whatever point he is saying, critically examine it. And if he is suggesting really something good, absorb it. Remaining information, filter it out, block it. And while absorbing, okay, don't judge yourself by others' opinion, okay, stick to your own identity, personality. And then multicultural identity. Even in globalization, okay, people travel across the world, get exposed to their different cultures, fine. You go to America, go to Europe, in Rome, be like Romans for a picnic, for a holiday, enjoy their lifestyle, okay, live the way they live. But after that, okay, if they have something better to offer, bring it in. But then stick to your own identity, okay. And so you are working in a multinational company, wear the clothes that are suited for this international jobs. But while in your celebrating your own culture festivals, you can wear traditional clothes. Respect both, okay. If they have better to offer, absorb. If India has something better, okay, you do that, okay, at your own level. So very easy quote, but then answer should be very qualitatively better. And if you want that, you need to use such a value loaded terminologies. And in my app classes, I use a hell lot of such a value loaded terminologies, and I also ask students to make their own list of value loaded terminologies to get a very good marks. Then guys, faith is of no avail in absence of strength. Next question. Faith and strength both are essential to accomplish any great work. Sardar Patel. Okay, so faith is of no avail in absence of strength. Faith and strength both are essential to accomplish any great work. Okay, so here faith interpretation has to be very good. Okay, that you believe in something. Belief, and do you have the ability, strength to do it? But here faith or belief is more, okay, you have to read it from ethics paper perspective, that faith means moral conviction to do something. Do you have that moral strength, moral conviction? And that moral conviction should be guided by, okay, physical strength, cognitive strength, mental capacity. Okay, so here belief, perseverance, resilience and action. Okay, it talks about relation between that. So you should have very strong belief about yourself. Okay, and not only belief, okay, you should be having perseverance, resilient mentality. Okay, to believe in your thoughts, ideas, your convictions. And not only you should have a belief, but you should be very resilient person, perseverant person to stick to your ideas. And at the same time, okay, action. You should be ready to take a positive action. Okay, let your belief turn into reality. And so here, okay, you have to write from then both perspective, that here while analyzing, that if people have faith but not the strength, what will be the problem? If people have strength but not the faith, what will be the problem? So faith is moral conviction. So faith or moral conviction without strength, also problem. Okay, because here faith, I told you, read it as moral conviction. So you have faith without strength. Okay, so only moral conviction is there, that world should be like this, like that. But like Gandhi, you don't go out and actually act on your moral conviction, it will be no use. It will be just mere ideas. Okay, there will not be any constructive outcome. Okay, and that's why this is important. But at the same time, you have strength, potential. Okay, but there is no faith. Okay, though country have a lot of strength. Okay, you have abilities, but you don't believe in yourself. Like whether you can be start, like I want to start my own separate coaching institute. I have knowledge, I have ideas. Okay, but if I don't believe that I will be successful or not, then I will never be able to realize my goal. So along with the strength or potential that you have, okay, one should have this moral conviction, okay, to act on the beliefs, stick to those beliefs, and then only result will come. Now this question again you have to explain from present context, and then how you will use it in present context. Okay, then use any nation's example. Okay, as a nation, okay, we should have physical strength, okay, defense, economic, in all aspects, and also we should have some moral convictions, faith, principles, that what India believes in, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, or peace, etc., or universal brotherhood, etc. Then we should be able to get those ideas enforced, okay, with the moral conviction. So you can answer this at a national level. Here, because Sardar Patel is there, quote is there, I will write more from national perspective, but you can write even from a individual perspective. Okay, why? That suppose you believe that animals should have rights, etc. Okay, but and you have finances, etc., but you don't act on your moral conviction, it will be of no use. So what I mean by that, just to give you an example, in Pune, okay, during Eid, okay, many Jain people who believe that killing animal is wrong, they have their moral conviction. Okay, they didn't want animals to get killed, people to sell animals for a slaughter, and so many Jain people, okay, stop those vehicles and purchase those animals because they have financial strength also to purchase. Okay, they did not go on beating anyone, okay, but rather they purchase those animals. You are selling there for slaughterhouse, sell us to us, okay, and they rehabilitate those animals. So strength, financial strength, and आपका moral conviction, both together will lead to, okay, productive outcomes. So any individual such example from current affair you can use to establish in a present context. Then question C, okay, third. In a law, man is guilty when he violates rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he thinks of doing so. Immanuel Kant. Okay, so if you have understood Kant very well, okay, you will be able to answer this question at a very higher level. You are supposed to answer a deep level. So Kant theory mein guys, what matters to Kant is not ends, what matters is a means. And for Kant, means are more important, more significance. And even in means, what Kant said, what matters is not the means, but even a will behind action, intention behind action. So if terrorist comes and asks you where the school is, okay, your action is lying, but lying is not bad because intent behind action is to save the life. So what matters is not even action, okay, whether you will be able to save life or not doesn't matter. What action of lying doesn't matter. What was the intention? You lied to save a life. So that intent behind action is more important. And so, but here they have not asked question on Kant. Question is comparison, that for law, okay, when you violate right of others, it's illegal. But for Kant, even thinking of violating right of others, okay, it is immoral. So here guys, this question is about role of intention or will behind action in Kantian ethics. And why Kant gave more importance even for action than intention. And here you can also use the Buddhaka idea of pratitya samutpad, that your thinking, your intentions, okay, shape your thoughts, thought shapes your behavior, and behavioral intentions, and behavioral intention shapes your actions. So if you are thinking of doing something immoral, it will become your action later on. And same way, okay, this question is also talks about a very important concept, okay, ethical, letter of the law or spirit of the law. Okay, I have uploaded one video on that on my YouTube channel, check that out. Or legality versus morality. Okay, there are many things in this world which are legal but not moral. Okay, and there are many things in this world which are moral, okay, but not legal. So this also points to this debate of legality and morality, okay, in this debate. So just many things can be legal. You can legally violate someone's fundamental right, but they can stand to be immoral. And for Kant, okay, what matters is the intention, morality. So this Kant's concept of will behind action is very important. Okay, your will should be pure. And for Kant, nothing can be the purest okay, no one can call you by action you did something wrong, but if your will is a pure, and only that will can't considered purest, is that is categorical, okay, action that you carried out with categorical imperative intention, that is categorical, okay, that is unconditional morality. Now what are these all concepts? Okay, we will discuss in app classes, but here I can't go in detail. Now how this applies in present context, you can use any example of business ethics, okay, or any such example, but business ethics may lot of actions that in businesses you do, okay, stands to be legal. You can legally destroy the forest, etc., okay, and construct a business, etc. You can take all permission from the government or so on. Legally you can do lot of things, okay, but then are they morally appropriate? Okay, you have to check this propriety also, okay, collateral on society, environment, whatever profit I am going to get, but what collateral I am leaving behind for others, this, okay, you need to take into account. And if we not only just take into account legality but also morality, intention, and take the actions, we will be able to create a much better world. So that way you can write the significance of this quote, okay, how it matters to legality, morality. So that's all about this Kant ka this question. Okay, I will upload this question's answer separately. This question I will upload on YouTube also. Others, I might not be able to upload on YouTube. They will be on my app classes. Okay, but there, guys, I will give you start to end the proper structure of this debate. But these are the core points: letter of the law, spirit of the law, okay, and intention, legality, morality, that you need to debate more. I will give more examples also, but business ethics ka any example you can create. So business ethics may lot of things, okay, can happen, okay, legally, but most of the things can be very toxic if you judge them on a moral grounds, and so both the way we have to take the decisions. Then guys, question 4A, 4B were very awesome, like very technical ones. You could get very good marks, and even in my app classes I have very thoroughly debated those issues. So once you understand, have well read or understood this ethics concepts, okay, while reading question 2, he will just with the first instance as he reads, he will understand that this question is on which theory, okay, by just reading one word. So let's see the question. The concept of just and unjust is contextual. At that moment, okay, the theory should click to your mind. So which theory talks about contextual ethics? Okay, so under dimensions of ethics there are 3 different branches: descriptive ethics, normative ethics, and meta ethics. And under meta ethics there are different debates that I discuss in the class: moral absolutism versus moral relativism, moral objectivism versus moral subjectivism. So moral absolutism versus moral relativism, that debate on relativism, okay, when I talked about, okay, this guy's moral relativism debate, okay, is talks about contextual morality. Morality changes as per time, situation, context, okay, and there is no one universal law in the morality. So this question is entirely on that moral relativism. So if terrorist comes and asks you where the school is, lying is a universally bad is not the case. Speaking truth is universal good is not the case. You should lie or not based on context, based on situation. Okay, and so contextual morality, moral relativism it is talking about, your entire answer should revolve on that concept. But let's see what question says ahead. What was just year back may turn out to be unjust in today's context. Okay, so now they are saying context as per the time period, temporal context. Okay, what was just or unjust thousands year or 100 year back may not be today, and so changing context should be constantly under scrutiny to prevent miscarriage of justice. And they're clearly saying that we should be going by moral relativism ideas. We should keep updating context, okay, and taking into account context while deciding what is just, unjust, moral, immoral, okay, then only we will be able to stop the grave miscarriage of justice. Okay, just one example, okay, of this is Sabrimala. Okay, now in Sabrimala Mandir, female might not be allowed to come 1000-2000 years back, okay, because of there wasn't facilities available when female are menstruating that they could attend the temple or so on. But today, okay, context has changed. Today there are sanitary pads, many options are available, and so female can go and attend the temple. So time has changed, context have changed, okay, then we should be changing, okay, the laws also. Okay, and that's why as per this changing circumstances, one should constantly change or update its understanding of just, unjust, real, ethical, unethical. So examine above statement with suitable examples, and examine this with suitable example you have to add. Okay, so here you have to talk about moral relativism. And who was moral relativist? Jeremy Bentham. Who was absolutist? Kant, Locke, all other thinkers. And so as per context, define this idea. I won't be able to go in detail of moral relativism, but moral relativism talks about taking a situation, take situation into account, take reasoning into account, take time, context, everything into account. For moral relativist, morality is justifiable, morality contains exception, morality is rationalizable. Then laws and social reality. Then this is also talking from just, unjust, and word is miscarriage of justice. So you have to talk about from legal perspective, because it is talking about miscarriage of justice. And so when we talk about miscarriage of justice, what it is saying, law and social reality, that while taking any decision legally, laws should reflect the social reality. Law should not be devoid of social reality. Law should not only be idealistic, absolutistic. Laws, if we fail to take into account social reality, laws might, it will lead to grave miscarriage of justice. So in my app classes on gender issues, when I discuss gender-based essay topic, there I discuss the topic of marital rape. And marital rape is not yet criminalized, but in future it might get criminalized. As of now, government thinks it won't be right law. It will be just a weapon in the hands of manipulative women to use it against others. And it will be only lead to gross miscarriage of justice if we criminalize marital rape now. But after 40-50 years, female might need this criminalization of marital rape, then we might have to do it later on. But if you don't do it, then it will also lead to miscarriage of justice. So it's a contextual. So this argument clearly says that law should reflect the social reality, and social reality means social context. And then decriminalization of homosexuality, you can use example. What people thought thousands of years back was different understanding, but today modern psychology, modern science understanding gave us different view about homosexual orientation, etc. If this is not abnormality, crime, sin, then we should change our understanding, change context, and make a law for their protection, homosexuals. And tomorrow maybe we will legalize the homosexual marriages. Same hijab issue. That is also big issue that we are facing in Iran, etc. So maybe guys, 1,500 years back, there wasn't ordered policing, there wasn't ordered military, etc. Society was unstable. Female has to take care of themselves. They should protect themselves, cover themselves. They should take care of their own. But today, we have much better established policing system, military system. Female can take care of themselves. Then we need not that female has to cover everything and have to wear hijab and all. So even religious principles need to be updated with the context time, that way. Or eating veg, non-veg. So thousands of years back, whatever people's understanding about veg, non-veg, they created those moral principles. But today, guys, modern science is showing very complex arguments that even vegetarian food there is a lot of violence. If you destroy one ant's hill, so many ants will die while plowing the land. And same way, if we shift vegetarian food to America, Europe, the amount of pollution it is causing, global warming it is causing, and because of which amount of flora fauna is dying. So rather European American people don't become vegan, then there will be less global warming. So this then ideas are becoming very complex. Context, everything has changed. Then our morality principles should change, understanding of justice should change. So you can use any one example, instead of writing 3-4, I am just showing them for your understanding. But use any 1 or 2 examples and write in detail, explain that how this morality is contextual, and if you don't update, it will lead to miscarriage of justice. Separately, I will discuss very much in detail this question's answer. So on my YouTube, few questions I will upload. Rest you can check on my app. Then this question, guys, was very difficult to understand. If you read English version. But then if you don't understand by English version, read Hindi version, and then you will understand it's a very easy question. Okay, and those who are my app students, offline students, okay, while reading Hindi version, okay, they will understand, okay, this is very petty question, literally. Only the English statement was appears very something very difficult, very heavy to understand. Okay, that's not the case. So what this entire question, okay, just understand in one line, this question is talking about letter of the law and spirit of the law. As simple as that. And in governance, you should not be only following letter of the law. A good bureaucrat should also take into account the spirit of the law. Okay, and right mix of that is necessary. Now question is biased. It says that letter of the law, bureaucrat should not only go by letter of the law, he should go by the spirit of law, and it is criticizing the letter of the law. But that's not the case. Every bureaucrat starts thinking on his own, okay, and not giving due weightage to the law, letter of the law. It can also create problem. So you have to write from both the sides. Okay, but just keep in mind letter of the law and spirit of the law. And let's read the question. Mindless addiction to form, ignoring substance of the matter, results in rendering injustice. So mindless addiction to form, rules, okay, ignoring the substance, that is letter of the law and substance, this spirit of the law, okay, results in rendering injustice. It leads to injustice. So they are clearly criticizing question. Letter of the law is something bad, one should go for substance. But you don't have to agree with the question, you can disagree. In the end, a perceptive civil servant who understands people, their emotions, their issues, okay, who is more empathetic. A perceptive civil servant is one who ignores such a literalness and carries out the true intent. True intent means spirit behind the law. Okay, an ideal bureaucrat should do so. Okay, so yes, first you agree with the question, later disagree. Examine above statement. When they say examine, now when you give me answer, I examine, I check both the sides of the answer. I examine what good points, I examine bad points. You have to also do the same. So UPSC has such a 40-45 suffixes, guys. Okay, you have to understand those and answer accordingly. Okay, and so I already launched my answer writing program, guys, and mentorship program also. Okay, if you want to know about all these skills of answer writing, okay, then you can enroll me, contact me there, and I will discuss about the enrolling, etc. So that's why this understanding suffixes is the first part I teach to my students in mentoring or answer writing program of the mains. So, and with suitable illustration, okay, some example you have to illustrate, okay, to justify that. So guys, this essay indirectly, question is talking about red tapeism, lal feet, what we call, कि government department में there will be files with the red tape, and if you want to remove the red tape, okay, you need to pay money, or that file will be processed only by protocol, rules. Okay, this question is talking about that mentality or letter of the law and the spirit of the law. Okay, and so we need to look for rule bound versus intent bound bureaucracy. This question is about that whether bureaucracy should be extremely focusing on rules, regulations, okay, protocols, or it should look for the intent. So suppose one example you can illustrate here. Okay, this was the easy one. Use some difficult one. Okay, I will share when I will discuss this question separately. Okay, in my app. But one easy question to understand. Example illustration. Aadhaar card ka. Now Aadhaar card mein you have to like give PDS mein food. So you take the thumbprint and give the food to the poor below poverty line person. But now suppose his thumbprints are not getting scanned properly. He is a manual laborer. But he deserves, or old person whose skin got wrinkled or skin patterns are changing, thumbprints are changing. Then now because your thumb is not getting scanned, you will not get PDS mein food. You will lead to extreme grave injustice for that person. Okay, and so you should go by intent. Okay, all other documents show he is the same person. He deserves to get the food under PDS. Thumb is not getting scanned, I understand, because he is old person, manual laborer, then not an issue. Okay, I will give him, okay, I will make sure, okay, there will be exception for this person and he gets the desired benefit of the service or that government is delivering. So bureaucracy should not be rule bound, it should be intent bound. And if bureaucracy is intent bound, it will stop these injustices, will realize the goal of welfare bureaucracy, it will lead to more empathetic, compassionate, responsive governance. But then, okay, to do that, for that to happen, what is important? Need for discretion. Okay, need of discretion for substance. Bureaucrats can't do so unless we give them the discretionary power. If law gives no scope for discretionary power, then they will have to follow the law only. Otherwise, by not following law, they are doing something illegal, and there will be disciplinary action against the bureaucrats. So system should create the discretionary power. Okay, then only they will be able to uphold spirit of the law, intent of the law. But at the same time, we have to talk other side, that the significance of form for bureaucracy. If you don't give due weightage to the form, okay, rules, then governance will be unstable. Entire bureaucracy ka purpose is steel frame. They provide the steel frame, they provide consistency, okay, and that's why rules are also equally important. So Aristotle said rule of law, Plato said rule of men. So when Plato said rule of men, he was talking about spirit. Aristotle was talking about rule of law, he was talking about letter, and both are important because many people can misuse discretionary power. They instead of upholding spirit of the law, intent of the law, they will serve their own interest, and so discretionary power is a necessary evil. I have uploaded that questions answer on my YouTube channel. Check out that. Okay, and to avoid that, you need a rule of law. Okay, and so in the end, criticize the statement that significance of form is also necessary for bureaucracy. Okay, and so that's how you have to conclude, okay, this question answer. So these are the important points that you need to focus on, highlight in your answer. So that's all for now, guys. Lecture has already become very lengthy. Okay, so remaining questions I will discuss separately, upload on them separately, few on YouTube, others on my app. Okay, and for case study part also I will record separate lecture. Okay, my analysis of that. Stay tuned for that also. Okay, and guys, on my app classes, Darshanik by Kadam Sir, you can check on Google Play Store. Okay, link I have given below in the description. I have uploaded a very comprehensive 150 hours, okay, ethics course, and that will be one-stop solution. You don't have to study anything else, okay, other than that my course. Okay, mostly in my offline classes I only teach ethics 60 hours. That's how many hours get allocated, but here there is no such a restriction on me, so I uploaded very comprehensive course. Okay, and you don't have to read even any other book. Whatever notes I give in my classes, you have to understand and read and listen to my lessons, understand how I write question answers, and once you are well aware of that, then you can directly face the exam. Okay, and so do check out my that Darshanik app, and also join me on UPSC Ethics 4 Telegram channel. I regularly send some notes, important insights, points there for your perusal. And so stay tuned. And even my essay course is also available, guys, where I discuss a lot of things. I have also uploaded essay papers analysis. Do check out that. Even this year's out of 8 topic, 3 were those were discussed in the class. Okay, and so that course will be also your one-stop solution. You don't have to prepare anything, okay, for essay topics also. Okay, whatever notes I am giving you and debates I am discussing with you, after that all you have to do is answer writing of ethics, answer writing of essay. Okay, so that's all for now, guys. Thanks for listening and stay tuned.